So who are you predicting?
Well,
Mr. Unbiased Caster.
unbiased cast. Well, I have to predict both of them evenly.
I see you. And is that a prediction at all?
No,
Or
it
is
is
that...
not.
I see.
It's like the true neutral position on an alignment chart. No bias detected.
True neutral. Okay. Seraphim versus Cybran.
Yep. One of them, they both picked Sarah Cybran, but the other one vetoed. One of them vetoed Sarah, one of them vetoed Cybran, and there we go. So here we are, Game 4 of the best of 5 bronze match for the spring invitational. And we have Paralon taking Cybran on the left side with Petric taking Sarah on the right. I kind of prefer Sarah here.
Let me think. Do I prefer Sarah?
Like, why do you take Cybran?
I guess I do actually. I picked I picked UEF I think and Seraphim. So that would indicate that I probably prefer them to Cybran, but I think Cybran is very, very good here as well.
Yes, I forgot you're a ditch god.
Yeah, a little bit.
Certain game versus Tagada.
It's the only map I can win in a tournament, it seems, at this point. All the rest of them I get crushed, so hopefully you keep putting this map in, otherwise I'm gonna start going at 2-0, 3-0 all the time.
Well, if I ever encounter you in lots, I'll make sure to ban it.
Yeah. Yeah, Tagada. I've beaten Tagada twice in tournaments on the ditch now, so...
When will he learn?
Yeah, when he should start banning it, to be honest. I get it a lot. I don't know. People don't want to ban it. I think when I play against Nexus bans it, but that's mainly because he is smart in terms of limiting the amount of time that you have to play against people. So playing against the ditch against anyone, you're not going to win with Nexus style in 15 minutes.
Is this Nexus' secret? Yeah. He just wins quickly, so he doesn't get tired out.
Oh yeah, he aims for the smaller maps. If you know, he's super strong on 5x5, but also the fact that you win much faster, takes less out of you, is a big factor. I'm not strong enough in 5x5s to do that, so I play 40-minute games and just eke out a win and then lose shortly after. So not the best approach. Double air factory after the land factory for Petric.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a 40-minute game.
Maybe. Paralon style maybe doesn't lend itself to that so much. I'm interested to know where this transport is going to go. You can see how fast Paralon goes for transport. He has 10 P-gens immediately making transport. He's going to have it long before 3 minutes are up. Petric obviously going to be slower than that, but he is going to have a scout and
way more power.
Yes.
Just so many more P-gens. Like, Paralon's actually power stalling.
Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, 10 P-gens, he has an air factory, 2 land factories. That's not how it works. I mean, he's not building mexes. Actually, his NG stopped reclaiming. And he's moving to the top left. So yeah, it was obvious that he's definitely going to move to Petric's side of the map. The only question was where exactly, and his transport is scouted now.
This is so lucky. He sees that it's going for the proxy too on that trajectory. We'll see if Paralon decides to, you know, turn this into a fake out by just dropping his own side. Oh, but the scout's just going to follow it.
Yeah, Petric is actually given an assist order from the scout onto the transport, so it's going to follow it forever.
You can do this?
Yeah, you can assist other people's your enemy's stuff.
Thanks for the bits. Hasu?
It's mainly useful for this exact situation where you want an air scout to follow a transport, because obviously you can't give an attack order, so assist order will have to do.
Huh. I've never known that. and I somehow got to 2K. So you learn something new every day.
Yeah, there's always more tiny things that can be useful every once in a while. And Petric making a second transport. He's dropped all of those 6 engineers. He's going to make his own base. You can see both of them dropping directly on top of Reclaim because they're going to need that very soon. And the transport under attack now is going to die for Paralon.
Unfortunate. But I feel like we've been here before, Jagged, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it looks familiar. Looks familiar to me. But that's not a good thing for Paralon.
It really isn't. The proxy gets
not.
spotted immediately. Yet again. This time the bomber does die, so this is going to be a pretty bloody fight.
Yeah, good protection for the engineers there. And well, Petric is, he's one factory behind in this proxy war. He's gonna have less units. This is gonna be a battle. What I want to see is fast T2 land from one, maybe both of them, because that's gonna make the proxy way more powerful if you can add flex and then also T2 tanks there. But both of them, well, Petric is going for his normal approach of making T2 air very quickly without assistance. Like, he starts it very early, before 4 minutes or something. And Paralon kind of doing T2 air as well.
Is that good?
Which?
Well, I mean, I guess he built half of a T2 air HQ and then paused it. I don't think that's good.
Well, no, he's pausing it now, but building, that's actually, I've started doing that as well. I did it in the tournament. I think it is good. I mean, you want to just, the engineers have other things to do. You can't afford to wait later on, really, and then assist the T2 HQ very heavily. You'd rather just get it started. It also use the adjacency of the pigeons, so I think it's a good approach, and it's very easy. Like, you don't need APM to, you need to deal with the T2 air HQ now very quickly. You're not going to be late, basically.
I'm actually getting pretty concerned about Petric here for the proxy. Like, he's down a significant number of land factories. He's taking bad trades. Like, there's 11 mantis to 5 tanks.
Yeah, that's a powerful proxy right now.
Yeah, and he's got the static AA. He's building more factories. He can just roll over.
Yeah, I feel like more bombers could have come in for Petric and like really gone after some of the engineers, lowered the amount of build power that's there, which would, limit the amount of factories that he's up against. Now he's gonna have to, well, he's gonna need some PD, I think, to defend his production, and he needs to just keep his tanks at home because he's way outnumbered.
Yeah, now Paralon finally dropping his own friendly expansions. So the fact that he can deny this top expansion to Petric is going to be huge.
It is. Now, I casted the game they played on the ditch. They played this map in the group stage, and there's a similar approach from Paralon, going for a proxy. He didn't drop in this position though, but the problem for Paralon was expanding behind the proxy. He's expanding much faster in this occasion than in that game where he actually won on the ditch. This looks better than what he was doing in that game that he won, so it's scary for Petric, but he's not going to lose this production, so it's not like his proxy is going to get run over right now.
And look at this, the T2 land is already done at 7 minutes. He can have T2 flak in this position before gunships, or it looks like Nothas, even show up. I wonder if this is going to be a pigeon snipe attempt to try to get back into this game.
Where's the T2 land?
In Paralon's main proxy.
Oh, yes, yeah, see the T2 land. Actually, Petric also making T2 land
and look at this.
In his expansion.
The Mantis, they're not actually going to crush the proxy of Petric. They're actually going to run by and deny all these NGs that are trying to get reclaim in the back.
Yeah, this is a huge amount of reclaim that Petric is taking up here. All these engineers are quite important, and the mexes are going to go down as well. That's a very nice raid to have.
Meanwhile, bombers causing trouble in Paralon's bottom expansion. Bit annoying.
Yeah, those are nice bombers. Petric also drops the middle, takes control of that, and he's making Nothas. So maybe he'll send some Nothas after the T2 air, land HQ. That might be a good target, or it would be a very good target if you could take it out.
It's interesting. Paralon thinks about building a TMD here, but opts against it.
I would think about building a TML. Every time you go to throw down a TMD, you should think, well, should I also build TML? You know?
That's a very good thought process.
Yeah. I mean, if I could follow that, it'd be good, but do as I say and not as I do. So, gunships as well for Petric, and he's going to try and clean up some stuff with T2 air, I think.
But can he? Like, they're pretty even on power. Paralon just has way more space. And Petric's losing his back nexus. His engineers that were supposed to get all this reclaim are now dead. There's T2 land. T3 land coming up.
Oh yeah, 13%. So yeah, I think the T3 land is great. He should get some. Yeah, he has support factory, T2 support factory. This is where the real power of the proxy comes in. Is once you get the higher tech stuff, like you can't do too much with T1 land on this map. I mean, he's done a fair amount, but once you get the T2 land, you get the flak up, and then you get T3 land very quickly because you have near infinite mass. It gets very scary, and the fact that the HQs are so close together means that if you get a couple of bricks out, you make up some ground. This HQ dies, all the production dies for Petric, and then it's basically GG if that happens. So
I think
Petric really has to respond.
Petric was listening to your advice. TMD into TML. This could be huge. Like, Cybern HQs are notoriously vulnerable to TML.
Yeah, and he does not have TMD. He never finished that. The building has disappeared now.
Yeah, it's thought about it. Didn't want to commit to it.
I think maybe it was a misclick to not finish it. I think that's the only thing, because there's no way you say, oh, I'm going to save the 280 mass on the TMD on the ditch,
Yeah, and I'm going to much rather assist this T2 support HQ that's building rhinos. No, I don't. But it's the ditch. But there's so many things going on. Your attention isn't always there.
Petric coming in with the Natas, he's actually looking for TMD and not finding it. He's looking for TMD to snipe, not finding it. So he says, like, okay, I'll kill the anti-air, and then I'll just, like, bomb. I can just bomb the engineers. There won't be any TMD once the T2 engineers are dead. And the TMLs, there's one loaded. And he only needs 2 to kill the HQ. And if he starts attacking the HQ...
has no idea it's here. He doesn't even have radar coverage of this position.
And, yeah, there go the T2 NGs. There's 2 left now. No, sorry, 3 left. And they're building anti-air, not TMD.
I think not getting a T2 flak was a bit ambitious as well. And now, actually, the HQ taking damage directly from the Nathas. And here comes the TML. Yep.
But there's Loyas. There's a Loya.
The Loya is the TMD! Oh!
And there goes. There's the redirect.
The biggest brain maneuver you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my god. Another TML coming in.
You think you're so clever building a TML because I didn't build TMD? Guess what?
And there's another redirect. Where is this TML going to go back to? Is it going to go over the factory?
No, I think it just gets...
Oh, no, it kills the factory with an Ilshi inside of it. Next TML is going to hit the... is not going to be defended against by the TMD because it's his own faction. It's his own missile, so it's not going to be shot down. And the TML is going to die. There it goes.
Wow.
And his HQ is saved.
Amazing.
By Aloya.
Congrats, you've played yourself, Petric.
And now look at what Petric has. He has, what, 4 Ilshis?
He has a losing position, that's what that is.
He needs PDs. He needs T2 PDs immediately. He has 1/3 of a T3 land HQ. And Paralon has a strap bomber.
Oh,
Petric has not finished his T3 P-gen, and also can't build it adjacent to his T3 air factory. So here comes the strap bomber.
It's got an ASF with it. Very nice. Well, so one thing we do see is Paralon's not really in the Navy game. But if the game ends before that matters, like...
Yep.
Missile cruisers are good, but What are they gonna actually do here?
Yeah, I mean, Navy is very important in the long term on this map, and I mean, in most maps. But Paralon's not thinking long term. He's thinking get the strap bomber in, get the T3 land, T2 land in here, and just start bombing this. And if all this production dies, all the T2 support production and the T3 HQ that is almost complete, then how is Petric going to defend his main base against the proxy?
Yeah, this position in the north is just completely overrun. The strat bomber is now coming into the main base. None of this T2 power is shielded. Oh no.
This is going to hurt.
Oh no. The T3 P-Gen is done. They're actually going straight for the commander?
Oh, he missed. He should have hit 4 P-Gens there, but he hits 3. Then bombs an Inti. He bombed an Inti there with the strap.
Somewhat unfortunate there, and
he was about to kill all of the engineers there.
How's Petric's power situation doing?
All the shield.
Okay. Oh, emergency shield.
And now the shield is up, so he can't actually. Oh, shield
he's
drops.
power stalling. He doesn't have the power.
Bomb.
Wow.
Oh no.
All the build power is dead. The position is overrun. The HQ is gone. Petric, he's not power stalling anymore, but at what cost? At what cost?
Well, that was. Oh god, I don't know what Petric does from here. I mean, you look at the rest of the map, it's like, yeah, he has some stuff going on in the corners or whatever. He has some navy, but there's no way he can defend against this T3 land production.
Yeah, what's he supposed to do? He doesn't have air. He's actually just paused his navy because it's irrelevant. There's flak in here. He's gonna get. Is this comm drop time? Like all in desperation play?
Comm drop? I mean. I don't see how you comm drop. I mean, he'd need the splash gun to comm drop and win.
I mean,
so
Paralon's ACU is just kind of sitting here under nothing. No shields. He doesn't have even a T2 radar or a T1 radar in his base. So it's very possible that he could just sneak it in. Like, Petric is scouting Paralon's base pretty hard right now. So he can see that that's definitely the case.
He's making T2 though, and T2 is on the same arm as the splash gun.
Well, I think you could do T3 here. I don't think you necessarily need splash gun.
You think a T3 comm drop could work?
Yeah, T3 comm drop. You drop right next to his ACU. You build a bunch of T1 PD. Get a SAM shield behind it. Boom.
Yeah, that's interesting idea. You know, I mean. You're free to try that out in your own time in a tournament game. Well,
Petric,
really
you know,
believe in it.
He's up a game. He's feeling good. He doesn't have to win this. It would be nice.
It would be nice. Let's see how many units are coming towards his base right now. I see 1, 2, 3 bricks mixed in there at the moment. We should see more T3 land production from Paralon, but yeah, I mean. What does Petric have to defend against this exactly?
A handful
he is
of
making
Zooies?
T3, by the way. Maybe he is making T3, but I feel like he's gonna have to use that T3 just to build a fire base in his main to survive. He's making T2 land.
The T3 is not going to finish in time. The Loyas are already here, guys.
Yeah, and when you're upgrading, you cannot overcharge. So if he wants to actually kill the Loyas in anytime soon, he needs to cancel the upgrade. I think he's gonna just allow himself to die or control K at this point because he's going to lose everything. There's no defenses whatsoever. There's not even a single T2BD that I can see.
Yeah, there's the cancel. Does the man even have... He doesn't even have energy storage.
No.
And there we go.
Wow.
Game 4, going to Paralon.
The lawyer. The lawyer.
The lawyer.
The TML deflection.
Oh,
won the game for Paralon.
It really did, didn't it? It's incredible. Just like a half second later.
And, you know, or just a different faction, you know.
Alright, I take it back. Apparently Cybern is better because the Loya has TMD.
Yeah, of course. That's the real OP stuff of Cybern there.